Hello, welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. As you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about my current, oh my god, I just said that so fast. Alright, I'm sorry. Not my cat staring at me so hard too, like she is judging. Oh my gosh. Like, why is she judging me so hard? That's hilarious. Okay. Alright, so as you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about my current favorite grounding practices. I've been on my spiritual journey for some time now, and I've learned that no matter where you are in life, whether you're, having a spiritual awakening, whatever life looks like for you, I think that to a degree we all need some type of grounding practices, because these are the things that really take us back into ourselves, anchor us into us and who we are truly at the end of the day outside of the world, because there's so much out here that we get pulled into and connected to, but at the end of the day we're us with one soul having our reality that nobody else is having. So I think that grounding is really important to not lose your core, you. So yeah, let's go ahead and start. So number one is going to be Pilates. So here's the thing. Last year I had gained a little bit of weight due to a lot of overeating and just waking up like in the middle of the night and like eating and stuff, and it was just a lot going on. Okay. It was a lot going on basically, and I was overeating and I gained a bit of weight last year, and so I was trying to figure out how was I going to go about losing this weight. And I was considering doing like the Chloe Ting practices, and I love Chloe Ting down. She is so great, so talented. Like, that is a girl boss. Like, we love Chloe Ting. But I realized that if I'm starting from a place of not working out ever, like I've had like little bursts of when I've worked out. 2020, was at home. I have those little dips, but I'm now in a place where I'm doing it consistently. But my whole thing was I was starting from a place of not having worked out consistently for a long time, a while, trying to do these intense 2-week shred challenges. And as amazing as they are, they're not going to work for everyone. We're all different. But I was trying to jump into, this hurdle expecting me to be at an Olympic level, and I haven't trained. Alicia Gogan, yes, YouTuber on here as well. Love her videos. I believe she's made a point kind of like this before, that subconsciously a lot of people set themselves up in a way, give themselves a goal that realistically speaking just might not be attainable at this moment. Give yourself time to grow. But I was trying to jump into these shred challenges and like burn this and burn that, and it's like I couldn't get there. I would do maybe like half the videos or half the time and get tired and just be like, ugh. And then once you stop, it's like, oh dang, I couldn't finish. So now your energy's down, and it's like, ugh, what is that? It's like, what is that? No. I finally got to a place where I was like, okay, let me try something that's a bit more slower, but still you put in work, you're getting toned, you feel it. So I went for Pilates, and I found the wonderful, wonderful Miss Issa Welly. I love her videos so much. I watch her like literally, if not every night, every other night. So I love to do Pilates because it's very slow. It's very much about the breath, and so it really takes you into yourself. You're in the practice the whole time, all the while getting toned, feeling stronger, hips are loosening up, like your body, you can feel how much your body loves it. And so I got to a place where I was like looking forward to doing it in the evening, because it's like, oh yes, Pilates, I get to move around and just feel my body. So I think having some type of movement practice is really important, because it really brings you back into yourself. You feel yourself in the moment, breathing, moving, just feeling. I have done yoga as well. I love yoga with Adrienne. She's so amazing. I love her. I went to go see her on tour. That's how much I love her. Also, you know, if I don't want to do a practice that particular day, because I have those days, I'll just stretch. I'll get on the floor, do some of the like positions that I do in Pilates without doing a full practice. I'll just move my body, stretch, you know, bend over, that kind of stuff. Just feel myself. I don't want to stay stiff, because when you're stiff, it's like there's just no space for the energy to flow. You feel stuffed. I keep hitting the flower. So Pilates, yoga, stretching, there's so many different things you can do, but I think Pilates has been really great for me. It's nice and slow, but still intense, which is great for me. I love Chloe Ting, but I think it was just a bit too much for me at that time. If I wanted to work up to it, I can. You never know. But as of right now, I'm just kind of really enjoying these slow practices. And then every once in a while, I'm trying to do like some cardio or like a little high intensity workout, and just do like a little 10-minute one after Pilates or something. I do that from time to time as well. I might do like a 15-minute Pilates and a 10-minute yoga. Just nothing too crazy. It's very small, but the body loves it and you just feel better afterwards. So yes. Okay, so number 2 is going to be pray, and tapping back into my faith. Now, I am not a religious person. I don't belong to any religion, but I do believe in a higher power, a higher source. God is what I address that higher source as. Whatever works for you, God, the universe, whatever it is that you believe, really tapping back into that. Let's say when I feel overwhelmed or something came into my day that maybe threw me off a bit, I'll go to God. I give it to God because He's gonna deliver it back to me. You know, the universe has a way of delivering something back to you to where you can start to decipher it better. It came in one way, but then you were able to process it another way later. So I think that praying can definitely, I think, speed up that process, because you're addressing it, you're laying it out, you're not stuffing it inside of yourself where it can harbor. You're immediately releasing that. That can really help you ground yourself, because you're immediately releasing that energy. It's not sitting in you. It's not weighing you down. Tapping back into your faith, whatever that looks like for you. And I pray all the time, you know. I think prayer was something I kind of I wouldn't say shied away from, but prayer was something that I kind of was like, I don't really know, because I just for a long time affiliated that with Christianity, and I knew from a pretty young age that I wasn't really identifying with Christianity. So I think I was like, I saw prayer as this one-dimensional thing of like, you know, on your knees, da-da-da. But I'm realizing that it really is whatever you make it, because your spiritual journey is whatever you make it. It's different. Everyone's path is going to be different. I pray when I'm in the bed, I pray when I'm in the shower, I pray in my head when I'm working. Like, there's no one way to do it. So I think that it can really help ground you. It's a really great practice that is just really good for the soul. Okay, so number 3 is going to be EFT tapping. So I have my little notes here because this one is honestly so new for me. I have only been doing this for like maybe a month, if that, maybe a month or 2. It's very new for me. So EFT tapping is emotional freedom techniques. So essentially it's tapping certain points in your body, trying to tap into your subconscious mind to help release, let's say, like lower energies that just aren't serving you anymore. We all go through different phases in life, and at certain points in our life, certain behaviors, certain habits, they're serving us. They're working for now. But as we grow and evolve, those things don't start to match with your frequency anymore. And so subconsciously we're trying to tap into the mind to release those things off of our being, essentially. And I found out about EFT tapping from Jasmine Mariposa. I'm gonna put her links in the description. She is so great. Yeah, I found out about it through her, and since, well, I may have heard it like but it was like just in very small bits. I've just heard the name. I've never seen it. I've never actually learned and looked into it. But through her, I was doing it with her and I absolutely loved it. And what I love about EFT tapping is it grounds you incredibly fast. And I mean incredibly fast. I think I did like a 10-minute one, and afterwards it was just like just right back down to self. And they have like different ones for so many different situations. There's EFT tapping for, let's say, releasing guilt, releasing stress, releasing shame. There's so many different ones. Highly recommend it because I've only been doing it for a couple weeks. I don't know, like I really don't, like what is time these days? I've been doing it for a short while, but I've seen the results because it's incredibly fast. It's incredibly fast. So recommend it, and shout out to Jasmine Mariposa. I love what she's doing on the internet and in the world. She's great. Okay, so number 4 is going to be bath or shower. So obviously water is incredibly healing. I feel like we all know that at this point. But honestly, I've had such a shift in how my showers and baths feel. Like I can truly say that. I'll say in my teen years, I would probably just have a little Bluetooth speaker and blast some music and just jam out. But I'm in a place now where that's not really what I feel like doing anymore. Now, what I like to do is I'll turn the lights off, I'll light 2 candles, and that really sets a vibe already. It's already just more grounding because I don't have this bright light anymore. So yeah, like the candles, they really set the vibe. I put, you know, the water on, and now the glass is kind of fogging a bit, so it's a vibe. And then when I get in the shower, what I like to do is I talk to God, you know, because like I said, that's my foundation. I talk to God and I express gratitude. Gratitude is very grounding and great for the soul because your heart is filled with it when you're speaking it. So yeah, you know, when I'm in the shower, I express my gratitude for the day or just gratitude for anything in my life in general. And then I'll ask for anything, you know, that's not serving me to be released off of me. I'll flick my arms like this, just releasing it off of me, asking God to remove it, put that shit down the drain. And so I say what I want to release, I say what I want to call in, and I feel it. Like I feel the difference. Like you would, I don't know, I feel like if you had said this to me a year ago, she probably would have been like, what? Like, girl, what? Like, is that really gonna do anything? But now I know because I've done it, that it really does help. You really do feel a difference, and you come out of that shower and just lotion yourself up and you're feeling good and grounded for the night, you know. It's really good. And at the end of my showers, I'll switch it to really cold for, I'll say 30 seconds to a minute, because I usually don't do it super long. Cold showers are really good for regulating your nervous system. They really just ground you because it's a shock, but you're letting your body like sit in that for a second. You're showing your body that, hey, you are capable of handling this. And plus all the other science that comes behind it that I don't know. But yes, so I'll let that cold hit me and I'll just turn and let it hit me everywhere. And it feels great, honestly. And I find that the more that I do that, the less I need to make my showers. Like initially when I get in, I want it to be warm, but I feel like the heat has definitely gone down. I think in the past, my showers were incredibly hot. Like you can ask my boyfriend, he hates the heat of my showers. But I feel like that temperature level has definitely gone down for me. Because when I take baths now, my baths still stay hot, but when I get in, I'm like, woo! Like, ooh, this is really warm. Like I can feel it now. So I can definitely feel the difference within my body. And bath and showers are the GOAT. Okay, so next is journaling. Now here's the thing. I could never say consistent with journaling in the past. And that's when I realized something that can make a huge difference is intention. I think that in the past, I was journaling more so because it was like, I wanted to be more productive. I wanted to do things that seemed more positive and productive for the body, but it wasn't really coming from the right place. It was coming from a place of not feeling good enough right now, you know? So it's like when you're setting yourself up with that being your foundation, there's no real motivation to do it because you're coming from a place of lack. So how are you going to do it consistently and enjoy it if you're not really doing it for your good? You're doing it because you want to seem good? I'm just explaining my experience just in case anyone else has had this and was like maybe confused on why they could never be consistent with it, because that was my issue. It was really about intention. My biggest intention right now is just really wanting to, well, that's the thing, it can change from day to day. Some days I want to release some energy off of me that I know isn't serving my highest good anymore. It's something that doesn't really do anything for where I'm going anymore, and so I want to release that off of me. I just want to let it out. I want to talk about it so I can feel lighter in my being. And then there are days where I had a really good day and I just had a really good day and I was excited about that day and I wanted to document that day. I have those entries too, you know. It's all about the duality. Not always just, oh, something bad happened so I gotta go write it down. There are days where I'm just checking in with myself, just doing like a, hey, so yeah, this is where I'm at right now. It's okay, it's a vibe, you know. I have those too. It's really about just letting yourself talk to yourself, just get all that out. So it's not all just sitting in here once again. Expression is just really good for the soul and you feel good about it afterwards. I've had times where I was like struggling to get myself to journal because it's like, oh man, and look, if I could get to a page, it was good. But now I'm at a place where sometimes I'm writing like 3 pages because I just had such a good day or I just want to talk about something so good. It's amazing. It's really amazing. So it's all about the intention. Set your intention and journaling will truly bring you back to you. It's just you and you. And lastly is, of course, as my guy Ralph Smart says, getting out into that good old nature, baby. I love Ralph Smart. He's so great. But yes, going outside is like just about the most grounded thing you can do, getting close to the ground. So yes, I love to go outside. We have a hammock. I love to go and lay in the hammock and I'll just look up at the sky and look up at the trees, at the squirrels, the birds, dragonflies. You just take it all in. It's a moment where you're just literally being one with the earth and just observing. It's really good to have those moments where you're not always doing. Just have a moment to just be. It's really good for you. So yes, I love to do that. I love to lay in the hammock. I'll pray out there, thank God, thank my ancestors, you know. Yeah, going outside, just sitting out there, talking out there, laying out there. It's good for the soul. I'll even take my feet out of the hammock and just sit them down on the ground just so I'm touching the grass, feeling good to the ground, you know. It's really good, really grounding. Like going outside, that is the way to get grounded. It's you and the wind and the trees and the birds and the dogs. I'm sorry to say it like that, but them dogs, y'all, like every neighborhood in America, they just be barking, man. It's like, gosh. I love the dogs. We have a dog, but it's like, God. Yeah, so just taking in all the nature and all the animals and everything. Yeah, it's really good for you. Always nature. So yes, that is the video. I hope that you enjoyed. I definitely tried to break the list down a bit, not just saying it and leaving you to run with it, but giving my experience with the practice as well and how it has benefited me. And I hope that it has benefited you. That's what all this is for. Grounding is just incredibly important at the end of the day. I gotta anchor into myself and remind myself that, like, hey, at the end of the day, this is bread and circuses, you know? Like, what I'm seeing in front of me at a certain particular point in time, that is not my whole path. That is not my whole existence. There's much more than what these eyes see at one time. So we're gonna be good regardless. We're gonna get there. We just gotta stay chill, stay observant, and learn on the way. And, you know, not that there even is a final destination, if you will, you know. The path could just be the way. So yes, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see any more videos from me. And yes, thanks for watching. Have a great day, night, evening. Bye. Always so much going on and so much we get pulled into, connected to. Oh my gosh, I've had my headphones.